Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 6th to the 12th. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Remember the blue asterisk, always the best aspects of the week. And as always, not everything's on the whiteboard, but we'll go over them. And so this week, Virgo, I hope you like some heat in the kitchen. There's a little bit of intensity this week. You might have some words you got to say, all right? Here's the thing. We're coming out of a bonkers eclipse season. Obviously, the eclipses were, you had an eclipse in your sign, which was actually really, really, really great. And so that's a 6 months process for you. See what plays out for the next 6 months. But we're still experiencing the rare grand trine, the prison portal, which is officially a wrecking ball at this point to your old systems, your old structures, the old you, because it's creating this brand new era for you, as well as your awakening, right? The great awakening. That's what Uranus and Pluto are part of that. It's big. It's big. Y'all have some big changes in career if you are here for a career or even just work or your daily activities. Now, I know that I dropped these forecasts a little bit before the week began, so you might be approaching Mercury opposite Chiron and Eris, which I did not talk about in your monthly forecast last week. We'll talk about it. Okay? We'll bring it up a little bit later. But we did talk about Venus conjuncting the South Node in your sign on October 4th. Keep that in mind, okay? That's a thing. I talked about it last week in length. Look at your last week's video. There's some things that are changing for you, okay? Now, the other thing is that, and a lot of it could have to do with, it's just like you're changing. Yeah, you're changing. You want new things. Now, here's the thing. The main picture for this week is the fact that you've got Mars in Scorpio already. You've been feeling that. It's the first time that Mars has been in Scorpio in 2 years. Mars is at home in Scorpio. It's his home. It's his domicile. So this is where he's a little penetrating, okay? And he adds fuel to your passions, your drive, okay? Your libido. That's Mars in Scorpio. But overall, your transformation, remember, that is a big theme for this month. And when I say he's adding a little bit of fuel, we're talking about the expensive kind at the gas station. Yeah? He even getting the buckets of it. Anyway, you see how spicy the first few days are, by the way. Another one of those weeks where it's a concentration of really strong aspects, especially Monday, October 6th. You've got Mercury, your ruling planet, moving into Scorpio. So here's the thing. You've already got Mars here. You're determined, you're focused, you got all that willpower. Scorpio rules your third house, right? That is Gemini's home. You share Mercury with Gemini, rules the third house of communication. That's Mercury, right? So communication, ideas, logic, thinking, conversations that you're going to be having. There's going to be a lot. And there's going to be a lot of focus as well as starting new things. It's the third house. It's all about advancement and development. It's being curious. It's launching businesses. It's selling goods, right? It's travel. You're going to be traveling. You're going to be traveling. It's a lot of family energy too, especially siblings. Yeah, there may be some activity here as well. Online, social media, PR, marketing, advertising, branding yourself, writing projects. There's going to be a lot of passion you're going to have in those areas of your life for the entire month. Remember, they're together all month. There's also a level of intimacy here and partnerships and investments and wealth and love and health and the health of relationships and creativity, creative projects. Yeah. So Mars and Mercury together, let's say it together. All right. In Scorpio is passion. So a lot of passion. Yeah. We're talking about a 5-year-old Asian girl playing Mozart on the piano. 80-year-old climbing Mount Everest. We're talking passion here. Nicolas Cage in any of his movies. That's commitment, right? So use this, please. Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. You got nothing to lose. You got everything to gain. You're feeling it. So don't be afraid to go deep, but don't go too deep. All right? Don't go too deep. Remember what I said last week, okay? Mercury and Mars together. And Scorpio can be extra penetrating, probing, truth serum, rabbit holes. I gotta know, that type of energy. Yeah, and you're a Virgo. You gotta know, right? That's the other thing. It's like very truth seeking, truth serum, internet sleuth, right? I can't let this go. I gotta know. I'm gonna investigate that noise in the kitchen, that kind of energy. And Venus is still in your sign. And as we know, Venus and Virgo, analytical. It can be a little nitpicky, can be, that type of energy, with Venus representing the finer things in life and Virgo representing the finer details. Yeah. Her lover, Mars, being all Mulder, Scully, Hardy Boys here, Ace Ventura, doesn't matter. You put them together, Mercury, the mind, it gets psychological. What does that mean? It can be like mind games as well. So the fact that this is happening in your third house of the mind, just be very mindful of this energy. Use its higher expression. And I already explained that's passion, but it's also just dissecting what's not working for you. What is working for you? When it comes to investments, what do you want to invest your time and energy into? Intimacy, partnerships, also everything that I mentioned earlier that's third house related. But at the end of the day, Scorpio rules death and rebirth. It's your transformation. So that's the biggest thing here. And passion. Remember, Scorpio is deep. It's intense. There's that intensity. Passion is the cousin of intensity. The etymological root of passion is, what are you willing to endure for what you desire? I talked about emotions last week. Yeah, this is going to be a week of heightened emotions. We haven't even, there's a lot not on the whiteboard we're going to talk about. I'm going to tell you, okay? But last week I did talk about emotion, emotere, energy and motion. You need to feel. This is, yeah? And I'm just kind of harping on you here, Virgo, because I am a Virgo moon. I get it. My mom's a Virgo. My dog's a Virgo. I'm harping on you here because the third house is the mind. Yeah. And it is in your eighth house, or in Scorpio. So that's, again, depth. So you could feel really mentally stimulated too. All right. So it feels good. This is a good intensity. Yeah. Intendere, to stretch toward, used to express strong feeling and having that great degree of energy. So focus on your personal gains. And this is, honestly, it's your third house. Do some writing projects, journaling, a lot of creative energy, even arts. Yeah. Being very strategic, being proactive. It's Mars, okay? Ascending on your karmic journey. And what does that require in this Scorpio energy? Shadow work. Yeah. What's toxic? What's holding you back? What have you got to release? Yeah. It's, again, you have over the weekend Venus conjuncting the South Node in your sign. So there is going to be an element of releasing something here. Okay. And also truth. Being honest with yourself. And this is a week where, and again, it's not just a week, it's the entire month, but because it's a weekly forecast, a week where truth will come to the surface. It's guaranteed. There may be some things that you hear or things that you are seeking. Nancy Drew style. The truth will always set you free. Now, right around midnight that same day, Eastern Standard Time, my time, full moon in Aries, okay? 14 degrees. It's a Mars-ruled full moon. It's got a little feist to it. That's also super moon. So, wow, it's orbiting close to Earth. Yeah, you're going to feel the energy of this. Why are you going to feel it more than other signs, Virgo? Is because Aries rules your 8th house, and that is Scorpio's home. And I did tell you that Mars, the traditional ruler of Scorpio, is in Scorpio, and Mars is shared with Scorpio and Aries. So there is a little bit of a charge to this full moon for you, because that's the 8th house. Transformation, death and rebirth, regeneration, a full moon, endings, right? And let me remind you, the moon is just a rock. it reflects the light of the sun. So something will definitely be illuminated for you here. But in the sense of like caterpillar to butterfly, there's something you're going to recognize where I want change here, especially again, investments, money, relationships, your transformation. I want you to think about what happened at the end of March. Yeah, March 29th. Actually, think about that entire month. Remember, we actually had that eclipse in your sign in March. And then March 29th, we had the new moon partial solar eclipse in Aries. This is the corresponding full moon. And that was a big one. It was part of that once a lifetime planetary alignment. But here's your culmination. Here's your turning point. What have you been going through the past 6 months? Especially not only with money and investments, bonuses, commissions, loans, taxes, debts, relationships, business partners, investors, but also home and family. Okay? It's a big thing. Even friendships for y'all. Aries is the go-getter, okay? The entrepreneur, the initiator, the I am of the zodiac. So this is all about you. This is where you take yourself outside, look at the moon, it's going to be big in the sky, and ask yourself, who am I and who do I want to be? It is in your 8th house. This is going to be big, okay? Remember, Mars and Mercury in the background. They're making truths come to the surface. You have Mercury square Pluto. You're already feeling Pluto digging really deep to bring truths to the surface. Something will be revealed around this time. But this full moon is all about courage. It's in Aries. It's emotionally energetic. You're going to feel assertive, especially with commitments, making commitments or ending them, okay? And the reason it's a big, we have a yod this day. There's another planetary configuration. Just know that you've got the cluster of aspects happening here. You still have Uranus trine Pluto, right? That's big. There may be something here with work in a big way. Profession, fame, your reputation, career. So it could be a really big breakthrough moment for you. Use this. Now, as I always say, talk to the moon. Speak words into the ether. That's energy. Yeah? What are you grateful for? What do you want to leave behind as you evolve on your karmic journey? So use this full moon. And I did say that, 3-eye Atlas, that the not comet, you're going to be very close to Mars right now. Okay? So I'll leave that video. I did a video, a live stream at the end of this video where I talk about it, the predictions video, but I talked about it a lot more on Great Awakener in detail. Not a comment. Now, cross watchers, if you're watching for if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, George, or for your, intern, Teresa, it doesn't even matter. Cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. You're going to feel this the most. If you know your chart, your natal chart, if you have planets 12 to 16 degrees in any of those signs, and it doesn't matter because we look at the angular aspects, then you will really feel this. Another thing that's happening, we have a triple conjunction in Aries. That's right. Even though we had that full moon around midnight, the moon's still going to be in Aries. It's going to still pass through Aries. So that you will have the moon in Aries for Monday, Tuesday in your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation, investments, intimacy, all of that. And it's got to be conjuncting a bunch of heavenly bodies. Remember, we have Neptune in Aries. We have Ceres, your planetoid, in Aries. Nurturing, food, things like that. Yeah. We have Eris, Mars' sister, in Aries. We have Chiron in Aries. So we will have a triple conjunction with the moon, Chiron, and Eris. And Jupiter square Chiron. Remember, that's next week, but you're feeling it now. So, big. There may be a friendship, like I said, involved with this full moon. We'll talk about it more in the second spread. Tuesday the 7th, you got Mercury and Scorpio squaring Pluto and Aquarius. So this could be an interesting day for you. And it's a strong aspect. You're going to feel days before, days after. It's overlapping with a full moon. Truths will come to the surface, especially regarding money. sex, power, investments, all that Scorpio energy, but also your daily activities and work and health. There may be something here. Okay. Doctors, personal trainers, even vets. Yeah. The sixth house, which you rule, rules domestic animals. So just be mindful. There may be some things that you hear, things that you say. It is a square, meaning there can be a little bit of a squeeze. Yeah. It's Pluto. Mercury, your ruler, is squaring Pluto. Pluto, ruler of the underworld. Scorpio's modern ruler. So definitely things are coming up. Pluto likes to excavate, dig. And you got Mercury and Scorpio. So this adds mental intensity too. So what does this even mean? This is a day or around this time too. It's strong. Disclosures, exposures, manipulation, domination. Those are strong themes. That pent up energy. Yeah. It's fixed energy. It's two fixed signs. Neither planet are budging. And remember, Scorpio is a scorpion. Has a stinger. You got Mars and Mercury together in Scorpio. What does that even mean? Well, you do all the math of everything earlier. It brings resentment, obsession, jealousy, payback. Talked about those grudges, right? Sharp tongues, all of that. So you want to stay frosty and be cool, be responsive, not reactive. This can be radioactive. And last week I said, be mindful of the words you speak, the thoughts in your head. It's true right here, okay? Because there can be something here. The fact that you do have Mercury and Mars and Scorpio in your third house of communication, okay? So, and Pluto and Aquarius in your sixth. So there may be something here with colleagues and employees and bosses and interns, work. Just think work, health as well, and your everyday activities, your daily activities, your postman, things like that. Mercury, as you know, because it's your modern ruler, is also movement and transportation. So there may be something here with travel. Okay, so just be mindful when you're traveling. You could, you could be getting, at the rental car place, Hertz, whatever it is. Your car's not ready. They're like, it'll be 3 minutes. Oh, but you were on time. Practice patience. There are going to be things that test you around this time. Everybody in the world, actually. This is strong. So just keep that in mind, okay? Here's the thing. The higher expressions of this would be like gut instincts, yeah? Intuition, empowerment. Diplomatically, we're in Libra season. And with that said, by the way, that full moon, yeah, money may be a big conversation brought up. All right? Remember, the moon is opposite the sun in Libra. Okay? That's the full moon for you. And it will be emotional around this time. It's Scorpio. It's Scorpio energy. It's a water sign. But water flows. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and I'm throwing in Gemini and Virgo. We'll feel this the most, okay? If you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees in any of those signs, like I do, you'll feel it the most. Wednesday on the 8th, you got the two benefics, Venus, in your sign, sextile, an exalted Jupiter. This is one of the best days of the year for you. Well, what are the chances when you got Venus in your sign? It's amazing. She doesn't stay in a sign that long, you know that. So, and she's actually leaving next week, moving into Libra. So what does this even mean? A, you're going to feel this days before, days after. It's strong. It's also part of the storyline I talked about last week in your monthly forecast of a seed being planted around August 12th. What was it? What was it? It was in your 11th house, Jupiter in your 11th. Your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, commitments, dreams, friendships, groups, benefactors, allies, people you can depend on, your squad. That's all part of the mix. Maybe a new friend, maybe a new group, maybe you joined a group, maybe you started a group, a Facebook group even, or a Discord group, or whatever it is, like the t-shirt lovers of Maryland. It doesn't matter. You do you, right? But Jupiter natively rules your 7th. And this is a month of partnerships and relationships. So there may be something there that started around that time too. And remember, the North Node's involved here. Yeah? So, really love this for you. I really love this for you. This is optimism. It's blessings. It's good fortune and luck. And it's a gift from the universe. There's something you're getting. There's something you're getting. It's all about seeing the greater good and experiencing something that makes you feel wiser, brings that inner wisdom, especially with love, relationships. Money is a big thing. I hope you like money. You got Venus, the planet of money, in your sign. Sextiling Jupiter, the planet of profit and expansion and abundance. So there's strong potential here. All right. Remember I said there's a lot of money stuff, the front end. Yeah. It's a sextile. It's a window of opportunity. You got to take that action though. And by the way, next month, just to give you a little preview, if you're wondering what Thanksgiving is going to be like this year, we will have Venus trine Jupiter right around that time. And there's another aspect that's a part of it that makes it even more special. We'll talk about in the second spread. Signs that are going to feel this the most: Cancer, you, Libra, Sagittarius, Pisces. If you have any planets 21 to 25 degrees in your sign in Virgo or Cancer, you're really going to feel it. I just missed it, by the way. Anyway, because I have my Mars in Cancer, but it's a later degree. I missed that window, but it's very close. And as you know, if you're a subscriber, I have my moon in Virgo. I'm a Virgo moon, but 29 degrees. So I'll miss it by that much. You can give this a wider orb though. Venus is moving to, it could be like 20 to 26. Anyway, what's not on the whiteboard, we will talk about in the second spread in detail. You got the moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus the way the Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. They do their best in their sign. So the moon does really well in Taurus. The moon will be squaring Pluto and the opposite Mercury in Scorpio. And you're still under the spell of Mercury squaring Pluto. And this is the day that Chiron, the wounded healer, will conjunct Eris, the goddess warrior, Mars' sister. What does that even mean? Well, they've been together for a while, right? They've been conjuncting for a while. But this is their perfection. This is when you feel it the most. It's been 50 years. Yeah, 50 years. And we'll talk about it in the second spread, but there's going to be some healing, all right? There's going to be some healing you're going to be doing. Remember, it's an emotional week. This is definitely bringing truth to the surface. And there may be some emphasis on like security, financial security, all of that. We'll talk about that second spread. Now, the other thing is, but Thursday, by the way, not on the whiteboard, the moon exalted in Taurus will then sextile Jupiter. And then it'll trine Venus in your sign. Like what? And also sextile Saturn. So you get through Wednesday, you got a gift waiting for you on Thursday. We'll talk about it. Second spread. Saturday. Actually, can I just tell you? I'll tell you, Virgo, because you know I love y'all. Friday, the moon moves into Gemini over the weekend. You're going to like that. Remember, you and Gemini share Mercury. Y'all have something in common. You're both mutable signs. And Gemini rules your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition. Your reputation is very public facing. And Moon in Gemini is very social and cheerful. Like it's great. So I really think a lot of y'all will be traveling, even short distance. Yeah. But there may be some career stuff here. Now, Saturday on the 11th, Venus in your sign will be opposite Saturn in Pisces, 27 degrees. Talked about it in length last week. Okay? Just look at that one. Not a good time to start a relationship. And the fact that Saturn in Pisces is in your 7th house of relationships and contracts and love and marriage, You may feel tested here. It's Saturn. And then also you got Venus in your sign. So there can be something here with money as well. Just things that you value too. Even health and work. Again, there's something here I'm seeing where you're not seeing eye to eye with a colleague. Yeah. Or someone in the work sector. And there is authority figure here as well. Boss, maybe, where you're not seeing eye to eye. Even father or a father figure. There may be something here. Saturn is bringing those reality checks, those life lessons. It's a bit micromanager energy as well. And remember, Saturn natively rules our fifth. So what does that even mean? It means that I got a new kitchen that isn't actually comfortable. So that's why I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But it honestly means there may be something here about something. It's like you just can't have fun. It's like you're having a hard time having a good time. There's something here that's just in the way, and you kind of have to work around this energy. Saturn ruling your fifth. Okay, it's joy, it's pleasure, but it's also true love and romance and family, children. Remember, you have a lot of family stuff. Yeah. Now, one thing I want you to do, I want you to, and listen, I told you the moon's going to be in Gemini. You're going to feel very social, chatty. Gemini energy is very creative. Gemini energy can talk their way into things, out of things. You're going to be good. It's so much mutable energy, adapting, being flexible. Now, I want you to think about April. Okay, Virgo. What happened? I want you to think of the entire month, because we had Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces twice, April 7th, April 24th. That's not normal. But remember, we had the Venus retrograde earlier this year. So you had a lot of emphasis on partnerships and relationships, especially in April. Some of y'all could have started a relationship around that time too, rekindled one with the Venus retrograde. But either way, they were conjunct the North Node in Pisces in your 7th house. 7th house is also, like I said, love and marriage and contracts. Okay? There could be something with second marriage this week as well for y'all. But just think about what happened around that time. You may have a little bit of a deja vu. Now, who's going to feel Venus opposite Saturn the most? Well, it would be the mutable signs. It would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. If you have any planets 25 to 29 degrees in any of those signs, like I do, like I just told you, my Virgo moon at 29 degrees, well, you're going to feel this the most. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. Thank you, by the way, for everyone who's joined the Great Awakener or Great Awakener. It's been so much fun. It's been in all the description, in the description box. If you want to see what I quit my job for, my corporate job. And that's the other thing, Virgo. While we're here, I got to just say, because I keep getting a lot of your comments. I'm getting a mix. So I want to just make it, when I say thank you for all your support and kindness and love, thank you. I don't think a lot of, I can't assume that a lot of y'all read my community posts or watch like my live streams on this channel, but I know I've been a little vague about this, but I just don't want this to, be about me. But I have been going through some medical issues. And so that's why, your videos have been, a few days later than normal. At the same time, Ruby's been going through them too. So that's why I say thank you for all your supportive comments and all your kindness. And it really, remember, everything's energy, words, the words that you write, it really does have an impact. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right. So, and we're coming out of it. So, okay. Thank you so much. All right. So Virgo, let's see what's going on for y'all for October 6th to the 12th for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Virgo. Y'all, what are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? You look amazing today. Virgo, I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. And you know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Virgos, what a time. What a time. You got big changes. You got really big changes ahead. But remember, you got a lot of money stuff that's about to happen for you, like in a big way. Oh my gosh. We enter next week with that first grand air trine. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started. This is going to be a week. It's going to be a week. Okay? We'll get through it. We'll get through it. You're gonna, you know, I'm gonna look at, we'll pull some clarifiers. How much, what are we looking at here? I got you. You got the 8 of Wands. Amazing. There's something here that feels a little overwhelming though. Okay? Listen, you have the South Node in your sign. You've had the South Node in your sign pretty much the entire year. You've had, like I said, last week, you had all the inner planets conjunct the South Node. You've been, it's at the same time that's happening, the prison portal. Remember, rare, never happened in modern human history that we're experiencing. We've been experiencing since the summer. We've had a lot of crazy stuff this year. We remember the first half of the year, we were in and out of, we had like triple retrogrades. So you've been going through a lot. Okay? You've been going through a lot. So, there's a lot that happened this year that was non-negotiable. As in, you've got to change, Virgo. This is, yeah. So, this is amazing. You know, the 8 of Wands, it feels like you're breaking free from some things, or there's movement here. Speaking of movement, that's the Wands in their happy place. What I say about passion, Wands, career even, and profession, creative energy. But look how they're all aligning for you. That's great. That's great. We even call these arrows of love if you're for love, passion, right? And what's really interesting is I told you Juno moved back into Sagittarius on the 1st of this month. And y'all, that's a lot of family energy. Yeah, it rules your domestic sector. So there could be something there with home, family as well. But even still, great. But it does feel there's something that's really great. You got a lot of movement. It's like no more roadblocks in that area. You know something's about to land for you. You're about to get something really amazing. Some of y'all already gotten it. Okay? You got the 5 of Wands in the heart of your spread. There's that noise. There's that Mercury and Scorpio energy in your 3rd house. No one else's. Yeah, Mercury rules 3rd house. So Mercury's at home in Scorpio, but Scorpio is kind of like the you know, it's dipped in that Scorpio energy of that intensity. And so there is going to be a lot of words being exchanged. This is very not seeing eye to eye, competitive energy even. Remember, even Mercury and Mars and Scorpio can bring up a lot of jealousy. Okay, and it can be the workplace. It can be something that has to do with your passions. It can be a lot of family energy as well. And it can also be up here. It can be upstairs. It could be you. So just be mindful. That's why I spent so much time talking about Mars and Mercury and Scorpio for you. All right? What was your life? Tell me what happened for you. October 29th. Until, I don't know, the first week of November. That's the last time we had Mars and Mercury in Scorpio and Venus in Virgo. This is 2023. Anyway, not worth your time. All right? Whatever's happening here, not worth your time. Right? You are on a karmic journey. You are always, you're on your path. Always becoming the best version of yourself. You doing you. All right? Not worth your time. But it does look like you got the Chariot in your challenge area. So here's the thing. This can be family. It can be work. It can be colleagues. Whatever it is. It's the 5 of Wands. It's asking, someone's got to rise above. Right? And put out that noise. When you got the Chariot in your challenge area too, it does feel like there is a little bit of exhaustion. There's a little bit of like burnout energy. There's a little bit of like, I don't want to deal with this, that kind of energy. So just be very mindful, okay? You got some great things, but at the same time, it does look like some people want those great things that you're getting. You can't let anyone take your power. All right? The other thing. Yeah, there's something else. It does seem like there might be two things actually. The first one is I talked about travel. Yeah, there may just be mindful around travel. There may be delays. Okay, there may be delays. There may be some not seeing eye to eye. The desk person at the Hertz or whatever it is, Alamo, doesn't matter. The other thing is that there may be someone in your life. Remember, partnerships, relationships, a big theme this week. Someone in your life that may be going another direction from you, okay? Check your car too. Check your car. Just make sure it's got gas and stuff. You do have that Six of Swords in your crown. That's great. It says you're there, okay? And this is saying, okay, well, things have happened, sure. They have. I'm not gonna be stuck though. I'm just gonna keep going. All right. Learned a lot. The swords up here. Okay, the mental suit. Intellect, logic, thinking. You see all that water? There's still emotions here. Yeah? Temperance in the heart of your spread. Very interesting, don't you think? Okay, that was really forceful. I say that because did you see your last week's reading, which was your monthly forecast? And because I threw the astrology, this is sequential. That's how weeks go. You gotta look at it's big. It's in the root of your spread now. That is that anchor that feels really good. When you got an Archangel, Michael, in the root of your spread saying, you've adopted that patience, you're in a good place, you know that everything will work out for you. You know that. So this is really great, but it's this that's happening in your physical realm, your world, that could change that direction, and even that. So just keep that in mind, okay? This is someone who's got a lot of patience. This is, patience is a virtue, right? This is someone that's all about moderation. It's moderation. It's not going to extremes. It's not worrying about other things. It's you doing you and you saying, I'm on a path. I'm going to get to the finish line, my legacy. Okay? I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to enjoy what I got here. Now, Five of Pentacles in your future. This has got to be handled. This has got to be handled. Okay? This would take away your power here. Unless we got the Five of Pentacles, if that's not handled, okay? There's a little bit of like, do you feel that you're getting support from a partner or from a boss or, work, home, family, love, relationships, money, all of that? In fact, they do feel that, they're out in the cold and they're focused on their plate. But they're literally outside of, the sanctuary. And so all they got to do is look up. Okay? This is all about energy. So, again, pentacles, money, wealth, all of that. Right? There's a big theme for you this week. You got Venus in your sign. Remember, it's all about your future that you're focusing on and your transformation. And this feels a little bit of maybe, do you feel like you feel outcasted? Are you over analyzing that? Are you actually, like, things like that? Like, really, you, like I said, you've got your 11th house activated in the biggest way. You got Jupiter there blessing you. That's your support system, benefactors, allies, friendships, your squad. And so it's a week to connect. Yeah. but it does feel like something or someone's holding you back, or you could be in a situation here where something here creates a little bit of like making you feel isolated, or that, you know, there's some challenges that you feel like, I don't want to take these on. I'll clarify those. I want to see what's in your stuff. But again, look, Pentacles shaped as an anchor. It's an anchor of hope. Reach out. Let's get to your stuff. Virgo, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. I want to know. You've got some really good things though. Like, that's the other thing. I mean, Venus sextile Jupiter again, you're really going to feel, and it is in your 11th house. So that's really amazing. Anyway, let's look at your stuff. Yeah, there's going to be something that you're going to let go. There's going to be something ending that, but again, there's some great stuff here. You do have that Knight of Wands, okay? Amazing. Just keep going. This is passion. I mean, wands are passion, right? It's your passions. And so hold on to this energy. Did you see your last week's reading? Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. So yeah, another one actually was in your final outcome. So just listen, he's on a mission. Look at that plume of fire, right? Fire is passion. It's right. Wands, the spirit of fire. You got to feel that passion. Fire under your feet. That horse didn't even touch on the ground. That's that energy. That's that movement. It's willing to transform your life. But you got to go for it. It's all about taking that action. Whatever you want. Feel it. Yeah? You got the Two of Wands. And that may be the thing. The Two of Wands in your external factors area. It feels really good. It feels like you're formulating something here with someone. And there may be some taking time with it, with the Two of Wands. But at the same time, there may honestly be someone that you feel like, again, is moving in a different direction than you, or holding you back. And you can't have that. Or you can, but you have to be willing to accept it. You have that Three of Cups. It's a card of celebration and joy and harmony and bonding. It's bonding. Yeah. So that's what you want. It's almost like you want something to be over. You want it to be over. And you, with that Three of Swords in your final outcome, it can be the hard way. You know, Mars and Mercury together in Scorpio again. Deep. This is an emotional week. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Attributed to Saturn in Libra. It is a Libra card. We're in Libra season. It's all about partnerships and relationships. And by the way, that full moon again in Aries in your 8th, there's an element of relationships there too. So there may be something here, again, not seeing eye to eye. Maybe there's something ending. Maybe it's not what you expected or wanted, but that's amazing. Okay? That's amazing. That's amazing. So hold on to that energy. This is all about mind over matter. Three of Swords. Yeah, sure. It's the heartbreak card, the heartache card. It's still a sword suit up here. Okay? You can see this as that rainstorm. When it rains, it pours. Or after a rainstorm comes a rainbow. It's all about perception. It's even like your belief system. When the moon is in Taurus, you're really going to feel that. That's your 9th house. Let's clarify some things to show you what I'm talking about, okay? How it's just like a little bump. And then Venus will be opposite Saturn. I do want to see the Five of Pentacles. I want to see the Five of Wands first. Yeah. You see what I said? You keep that up, whatever this is. Oh my gosh, look at that burnout. Taking on too much. It's like, when is it over? When is it over? When does it end? When does it end? You got to end it. You got to end it. Remember, you got full moon in your 8th house. Okay? That's courage. It's being assertive. It's grabbing life by the ram horns because it's an Aries. And then it'll be over. I'm going to see the Five of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Remember, come on. You hear the church bells right at that moment. It's for you. Yeah. It's all about energy. This is low frequency, high frequency. What did I say last week? Match the frequency of the reality you want. You can't help but get that reality. So let's say there is a breakup or your company cut corners or whatever it is. There's something waiting for you on the other side. But if you're looking down, feeling held back, or you holding yourself down, it's going to be hard to see that, right? So you got something really great waiting for you there. The richest queen. Yeah. She has a lot of Virgo energy too, by the way. Takes care of others. I want to see the your final outcome here with the Three of Swords. Hanged Man. What I said earlier, mind over matter, all about perspective. That's a big awakening, spiritual awakening. This is, what did I say about passion? Yeah. What are you willing to endure, right? Hanged Man. Oh, this is all about passion. This is someone who, by the way, you're going to see that happen, especially with Venus opposite Saturn, right? Venus in your sign, opposite Saturn in Pisces. It can be hard. It is a signature like breakup energy, and you are just coming out of Venus conjuncting the South Node in your sign, which is also a signature. It's Venus in your sign. Venus is love and relationships and also money, right? So both ends is bookended. But this is seeing things in a different way, okay? Seeing that I had to experience this for this new journey, this new beginning, this big transformation. He's got a smile on his face. He's got a halo around his head. That's enlightenment. But what did he do? He surrendered things that no longer served him well, okay? And a lot of it's spiritual, okay? A lot of it's as in like his beliefs. Because remember what I said, the prison portal, breaking out the old structures, old systems, patterns, habits, all of that. Same thing here. The reason he did this is because the old ways of doing things were no longer working for him. He had to see things in a different way. That's why he hanged himself upside down. And he's actually connected to the World card. You got the Queen of Pentacles connected to the Magician. There's your death and rebirth story, okay? The Magician, card 1, the World, the last card, major arcana. So you're actually really good. It's just there may be some things that you have to face, okay? And remember, this is a week of truths, being honest with yourself, truths coming to the surface. So Virgo, thanks so much. Next week, you're going to love it. We have the Grand Air Trine with Venus and Libra. Pluto is actually going direct. That's going to be very powerful, but that's your empowerment, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then my computer keeps shutting off. And you see, you're moving into a place where you get to create your reality. You get to build this world that you want to live in. Speaking of the Magician, look, same outfit, roses at the top. Rose, right? The red. Passion, blood, all of that. But you see the bunny rabbit in the corner, hidden. Speaking of like secrets and hidden things, that's fertility. That's growth. That's this world that you can build because she has the resources to do so. But you've got to get through that. And this, you can't, I'll see. What's after that? 10 of Wands. There you go. 6 of Cups. You're good. That's kindness, that's sharing, that's everything harmonizing for you. Protection, really nice. Anyway, Virgo, and yeah, the second spread, that's the thing. You've got Chiron conjuncting Eris in your 8th house. That's a thing. Healing old wounds in your 8th house of transformation and death and rebirth. And all right, Hangman attributed to Neptune, therefore Piscean, where the North Node is in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and contracts. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Virgo, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what. It's a big one. It's a big one. Okay. It is going to be a week, but you can get through it. You got a lot of things waiting for you on the other side. Hold on to this energy, this energy, this energy. You got to let this thing go, but it's also like you can't lose that passion. All right, Virgo. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.